Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Creative P. I hope you all are being safe and that you're doing great in the midst of this crisis that's going on. So for today's video, I'm gonna attempt to give my kid a haircut. His hair is in a really bad state. This has been like this for the past couple of weeks. As you know, we're in lockdown and there's no barber shops or salons that's open. So I figured this is my moment to go ahead and put my skills to the test and give him a haircut. So the first thing I'm doing here is detangling his hair because his hair is really matted and it's dirty because this kid does not comb his hair. And you want to make sure you do this step because if you don't and the hair is still matted, the clippers will snag and pull the hair. So make sure you detangle the hair before you start. So I take my clippers and I'm going to pull the blade in the back position because I want to give him a fade in the back and then kind of leave most of the hair on the top of his head. So I'm going to pull my blade in the back position to take off as much as hair as I can in the back of his head. I'm not a professional. I've never done this before. This is my first time actually giving anyone a haircut, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm going about this blindly, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how this goes. So guys, if you're viewing this video, please, I'm asking you to just go ahead and watch it to the end to see the steps that I take. Like I said earlier, this is my first time. I'm not no professional. I've never done this before. I'm just experiment on my kid's hair because he needed a haircut, and I think this is a perfect time if you have a kid for you to go ahead and try on his hair. If you mess up, that's okay because we're in lockdown. They're not going anywhere. You can always cut all the hair off and it will grow back, especially for a boy. So please guys, watch this video to the end to see the final results and to see the steps that I take, and you can follow them if you think I did a good job. So yeah, go ahead and please watch my video to the end. So now that I've finished the back of his head, I got as much hair as I wanted off. I'm gonna go ahead and close my blade. This is supposed to cut the hair like at a shorter length. It's not supposed to take off as much hair as it did with the blades open. But when I did that first cut, I'm like, oh my god, I done effed up this kid hair. But I told myself if I messed up his hair, I would just go ahead and shave his hair all off and give him a ball cut. But I just went along with it to see how it goes. So with the blades closed, I was taking off some more of the hair, hoping I would get like a fading effect. So this is the final result after going over his head with the blades closed for a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to attach the number one guard. This is supposed to even take less hair off. I'm trying to give him a fade haircut with a ball fade. I wanted to do like layers, but it wasn't looking like that. But I'm going to continue. I'm going to attach the number one guard, and I'm still going to have my blades closed, and I'm attempting now to take less hair off to get that look that I'm going for. I'm not seeing it yet, but I'm still going and I'm trying. If I mess up his hair, it's okay because he's not going anywhere. He's locked in the house. So I take the clippers with the number one guard on, and I'm gonna go all around his head for a couple of minutes until it kind of look like it's turned into somewhat of a decent haircut. So the original plan was to leave all the hair on the top of his head, but then I made a decision that I wanted to take as much hair as possible off because his hair grows really fast. So I attached the number four guard with my blades still in the closed position, and I'm just gonna go through the top of his hair to take most of the hair off. I don't want it to be bald, so hence the reason for the number four guard. So I'm just going through the hair and taking the bulk of it from the top, and then I'm gonna see how that looks after I'm finished. A fun fact is that I've actually gone to cosmetology school. I've done this. I did this like a couple years back. They did teach us how to do a haircut in maybe 2 sessions, but I totally forgot everything that I was taught because, like I said, it was a couple years back. I've never actually cut anyone hair before. This is my first time, so this is really my practice moment, and who better to practice on but your own kid, especially in a time like this when all the barbershops are closed. So this is how his hair is looking after I took the bulk of it off with the number four guard. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach the number one guard again, and I'm going to attempt to blend the hair together because I don't want the back of his hair and the front to look too disconnected. So I attach number one with the blades in the closed position, and I'm just going to go over it for a couple of minutes until it's looking like it's blended together and not too disconnected. It does take a few minutes to get it together. As you can see, it was starting to come together, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this, and it's kind of looking good. Not too professional, but it's looking good. So I'm just gonna keep going over it for a couple more minutes until it's looking like he's coming from the barber shop, hopefully. So So now I'm at the front of his head. I'm not a barber, so I don't have tools. So the only thing I have available to kind of give him a lineup is a double-sided blade. I would not recommend this if you're not familiar with using a double-sided blade, because this blade will cut you, and it will cut the kid if you're not careful with what you're doing. And I didn't want to mess up his hairline too much, so I'm using this eyeliner pencil to kind of follow his hairline so I don't take too much off. And then after I draw it out, I line it out so that I can have an idea where I want to cut off before I just go ahead and just cut it and then mess the whole thing up. So I outlined it with this pencil. You can probably use a chalk or any pencil, eyebrow pencil that you have. And then I'm using some lotion, because lotion works for me when I'm doing my eyebrow. I use the double-sided blade and lotion to shave my eyebrow, and it works perfectly fine. So this is what I'm doing, because the lotion makes the blade slide and not like it doesn't let the blade just stay in one position. Or like when you're using the blade, it might the skin is a little dry, so it's a possibility that it might cut you. So I put a little lotion and it makes the blade glide, and it kind of prevent any cutting from happening, any cutting of the skin from happening. So yeah, I use the blade to kind of give him a line. It's not perfect, or it wasn't perfect, but it was decent enough, and I was okay with how it was coming out. So this is what his hair was looking like after I was completely finished. He went ahead and he shampooed his hair, and he wanted some curls on the top of it, so I was for it. So I'm using this curling Auntie Jackie's gel, and I'm just gonna rub some in the top of his hair. It's still damp because, like I said, he shampooed his hair. And then I'm gonna take the curling sponge and just curl the top of his hair. I was okay with him getting the curls because it I thought it would hide some of the imperfections that I didn't get or that came along with this haircut. And I think I did pretty good for my first time. He liked it, and I was okay with that. As long as he liked it, then I was happy. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I did a decent job for my first time doing a haircut? And leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think, because in my opinion, I think I did a pretty decent job for my first time. So let me know what you guys think. And thank you so much for watching my video, and please like this video, share it, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below. And thank you guys for your support, and I'll catch you for another video soon.